Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University here. I'm going to be doing something a little bit on the flip side. We're going to be looking at Madaya Mom. Now, this is a new comic that is actually free for you to look at right now. I actually looked at this several days ago on the internet. It's an entire month's worth of comics, I guess. It's a comic, but it's not a comic. Don't look for anything happy in this. Basically, if you go to abcnews.com, .go.com, then you'll be able to read this comic book for free. It is a full month or so in the life of a mom that is probably in Madaya. She may not be in Madaya. It might be like a gist, trying to hide what they're actually seeing. The point is that ABC has been in contact, and Marvel as well, in contact with a mother in Madaya who's contacted them via Twitter, if I remember correctly. And she's been explaining her life in Syria, Madaya, Syria, where it's horrible, it's treacherous, everybody's got a different opinion, all the news networks are giving different viewpoints. It's very hard to figure out exactly what's going on there, but it is a crisis, it's horrible, it's not these people's fault. And that's a huge thing to look to. I know a lot of people will look and say, oh, the Syrian River, oh, it's a civil war. No, not really. Kind of, it became that, but that's not really how it started. The point is that this is a really horrible situation for the civilians there, for the citizens there. And this is basically a mom who is giving insider information, I guess, not on rebel holdouts or on information that's going to help in the war in any way, shape, or form. Rather, this is simply a day in the life of a mother and her husband and her family in trying to survive, and all the little tricks and ploys that the government has done, that the rebels have done, that even the so-called ISIS have done to basically just try and kill people. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but grassroots, it's not much more complicated than that. And this is a really good book. It's actually drawn by Dalibor Talajic. I misappropriated my consonants there, but he's an artist. He's actually been on a few different projects. You might know him best from Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. And yeah, it's really good stuff. There's not a whole lot of color in it, but it's definitely not a black and white comic. It's a very interesting way of looking at a comic, and I highly recommend this. Like I said, it's free. I believe that they're going to start putting it out in graphic novel form or trade paperback form. Maybe this is just a taste. The first issue, is just a taste or whatever, and to see how well it's going to do. But it's really good. It's really interesting to read. It's a good understanding of what life is like over there. It might actually generate a little bit of sympathy amongst a bunch of unsympathetic people. Who knows? God help us all. But I really like what I'm seeing in this. I'm going to give this an A just based on principle alone. It's good stories, but not in a happy way. It's very sad. Some of these things are actually heart-wrenching, the nonsense that these poor people have to go through. Anyway, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, class dismissed.